Say it with me, iRides.
iRides.
iRides is an internet service provider. The future is this way, and I am the iRides guy.
Oh, can you do me a favor and scratch my back?
Do you vacation? Do you travel? So what you do is you call them up, they connect you to the internet for $13.95 a month.
We've been down to Culpeper a couple times.
877-7iRides, toll free. Duck! Oh, God! I need another job.
Congratulations. Finished lesson 4. One more to go. Looks like you're going to survive this first teaching experience after all.
Yes, well, you know what they say. It ain't really over till the fat lady sings. Anyway, one thing I've sure learned in the last couple of weeks is that teaching is the least of my headaches as an instructor. I mean, you know, on the job, I can rake in the dollars, but I just really hate the case documentation stuff. And these development guides are even worse than the case files.
I swear, Pete, you are the biggest Eeyore I've ever met. You really know how to dish out the doom and gloom. Let's get the pain and agony over with. What do you have, 7 assigned trainees, right?
Right.
Let's start with Kathy.
The photo on top is Kathy's.
Okay.
Guess I got a little behind in my filing.
Yeah, this is Larry's.
Larry.
This is stuff is Elmer's.
I know. Look, I have kept up with our counseling sessions. I really have. Just haven't organized their papers very well.
Pete, if you haven't organized their development guides, what are you using to conduct your counseling sessions?
Well, I do each session right after each unit. Well, the stuff's still fresh in my mind.
How are you going to reconstruct your feedback from lessons 1 and 2 if we're already past lesson 4?
When it comes to computers, you're nobody's baby. You love the smell of solder in the morning, don't you? Off-the-shelf computers? Bah! You live to take them apart and supercharge them. For you, there's High-Tech Exchange. You know the value of hard-to-find cables, new and used components, and software. High-Tech Exchange has that special part you need, and it pays cash for that box of stuff sitting on your bench. Can you say custom-built computer? Then you can say High-Tech Exchange. Federal Plaza, Rockville Pike, next to Comp USA.
Cook told agents that a new gang member, Spencer Stanley, was called to the apartment to guard the hostages while he and Camacho were away dealing drugs at a nearby hotel. According to Cook, Camacho had driven Evelyn and Andre Banks to a remote area across state lines. The gang leader had promised to fly the mother and child to her relatives in California from an airstrip that was concealed behind the trees. They pulled the car off the side of the road. In a few hours, she thought she would be on the West Coast, where she would remain until her husband paid the drug debt he owed Camacho. But as they walked deeper into the woods, Evelyn found no clearing for a plane to land.
No!
Then she saw the hole.
No!
In an instant, she realized what it meant. She fainted from the shock. There was no airstrip, no flight to freedom. She and her son had been brought here to die. Spencer Stanley dropped her child into the open grave. Camacho fired 4 times. Then they threw Evelyn in on top of her son and shot her as well. Evelyn Banks and her 3-year-old son Andre
Cook, and they took Pamela's body and put it in a 55-gallon drum, stuck it out on the patio, stuck a bag of trash on top of it so no one would see there was a body in it.
They stayed there for the weekend. Camacho, Stanley, Cook. They sat around drinking beer and partying until Camacho decided to dispose of the body.
So we asked David, well, where will we find Pamela's body? And he said, you won't. And we said, why not? He said, well, we chopped her up and put her in a tree mulcher.
When it came time to dispose of Miller's body, Camacho called a Dallas acquaintance and told him to rent a tree shredder and bring it out to Stephenville. Camacho said he wanted to clear brush for a new landing strip for his smuggling operation. On Monday, the acquaintance arrived with the shredder. Camacho and his gang took an axe and the barrel with the body and drove to the Cook family ranch.
Get ready.